Jim, it's always great to see you at the forum. And I know we're happy to see you in Russia, and Russia's happy to see you coming back to Russia.
Well, I'm delighted to be here. I actually like Russia now. I'm a big enthusiastic fan of Russia now.
I mean, you've been to the forum a few years in a row. I mean, so I think every year it seems to have a slightly different dynamic. What's your take on it this year?
Well, from what I can see, it seems bigger. Now, I don't know the numbers. I'm sure it's easier to check, but it's lively. There's enthusiasm, and I'm not the only one who's enthusiastic right now. And there are the questions about America and what's happening in America.
Is what's happening in America kind of key to your investment decisions around Russia?
No. Well, unless it hits something, no. My investment decisions in Russia have nothing to do with the U.S. Now, if the U.S. hits somebody, I'll have to think about it. But no, that's not a factor right now.
But if they tweet at somebody, it's okay. We're all right with that.
Tweet's okay. Some tweets, by the way, are very good. You know, they put these sanctions on, and agriculture's booming because of the sanctions. They put sanctions on, and the Chinese and the Russians are getting together, so the sanctions are actually helping some parts of the Russian economy.
I know you're big on agriculture. You've talked about that a lot. What are some of the other particular themes that you think are exciting now in terms of new investments?
I love to find some way to invest in Chinese-Russian tourism, Russian tourism, period, but especially Asian tourism, because they're all starting to come here now. You go to St. Petersburg Airport, you go to Moscow Airport, it's Chinese everywhere.
Signs
are
in Chinese.
They're everywhere. The signs are in Chinese. The shop in Moscow, the signs are in Russian and Chinese, not English, Chinese.
Yeah.
But they're all coming here now, so I would love to find more ways to invest in Russian tourism. I don't have any ways yet, but I'm looking.
In China, there's obviously a lot of discussion around One Belt, One Road, and a lot of enthusiasm around that. Do you think that's a big opportunity for Russia?
You're in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, some of that's going to come through Russia. Kazakhstan's obviously going to get a lot of play. Some other countries are going to get a lot of play, but no. This is one of the biggest things that's happening in the 21st century because they're putting so much money into it. Geography doesn't change often in history. They're changing geography, so yes.
Final question. You're going to be in a meeting with the President Putin later today. What would be the one thing he could say that would make you walk away even more enthusiastic about Russia than you already are?
He got the sanctions listed. If he can get anybody to lift the sanctions. It only takes 2 or 3, because then the others will fall in place. If he gets the sanctions lifted, boy, there's going to be a lot of money flooding into Russia again. My money's coming anyway, but if he lifts the sanctions, it'll come faster.
Jim, it's great to see you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.